Hello everyone, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition, where I take the Baldur's Gate 3 early access and try and play it as close to Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition as I can with the limitations of the game engine that has been provided. But there is a new patch and with it many new changes, so let's come to a new game. We will skip over the introductory cutscenes because I've seen them many times and there's many ways for you to go back and find those if you wish. But we will get to the character creator, make a character, and then go on with our new journey. So, skip that please. Thank you. So, with the new patch comes the new class of the Paladin. Apparently also, there should be an option for non-binary characters here, although it doesn't seem to be implemented here where I would expect to find it. But let's play the brawny self-idealization version of myself in my dreams. And let's go straight to class and pick Paladin. Fueled by the oath you swore to uphold justice, and righteousness, you are a beacon of hope in dark times. So our options are Oath of the Ancients. You fight on the side of light in the cosmic struggle against darkness to preserve the sanctity of life and the beauty of nature. Maximum hit points per level, start with 11, that's related to our con modifier. Class features Wisdom proficiency throw, Charisma proficiency throw, Light armor, Medium armor, Heavy armor proficiency, Shield proficiency, Simple and Martial weapon proficiency, and Channel Oath charges 1. Lay on Hands for healing, and Divine Sense, as well as Healing Radiance. Or there's Oath of Devotion, and Oath of Devotion has Holy Rebuke. Call upon your oath to grant an ally a vengeful aura that deals 1d4 radiant damage to anyone who hits them with a melee attack. Right, well I have a decision to make between one and the other. I'm going to go for Devotion just because I like this blue more than I like this green and yellow. That's all I'm going to go with. If you didn't know also, level 5 has been added to early access. So we're getting Fireball, we're getting all the other level 3 spells, like a whole bunch of stuff has changed. There's a whole new reaction system. We're going to get into all of it just as soon as we have a character built. So I'm going to pause the recording, build a whole character, and then we'll go over who I have built. Alright, here we are. Please make the acquaintance of Leo the Acolyte. Leo is a Zariel Tiefling, mainly for us getting the +1 to strength and +2 charisma, because strength and charisma are the main important stats for a paladin. So we are Oath of Devotion, Paladin. We have Religion, Insight, Intimidation, and Persuasion as kind of the charismatic face of the party, hopefully. And here are our stats to point by: Strength 16, Dex 10, Con 14, Intelligence 8, Wisdom 10, Charisma 16. We get our Thaumaturgy cantrip for being a Tiefling, and let us venture forth.
Who do you dream of at night?
I dream of that person. When we play the 1.0 release, I'm going to spend so much time deciding who the love of my dreams is going to be, but not yet, not so far. So, we want to get... Oh, Jesus! Oh no, we're fine. I thought the audio mix had gone absolutely haywire, but I think we're alright. So, we wake up on the Nautiloid. Let's see what we have going on.
My head.
So, we start with a Warhammer. We have jump, hide, dip, and shove. Hide is still a bonus action, not a full action. Throw, improvised weapon, weakening strike, backbreaker, concussive smash are our weapon skills. Divine Sense, tap into your spiritual awareness to gain advantage on attack rolls against celestials, fiends, and undead. Bonus action, refresh on short rest. Lay on Hands, we have 3 charges on that, and so you can cure a disease, give 4 healing or give 2 healing, depending on what kind of charge you spend. And Holy Rebuke. Call upon your oath to grant an ally a vengeful aura that deals 1d4 radiant damage. Alright then, well, while we're here, we might as well collect some supplies. So yes, I play this as a 5th edition additional rule set where possible. That's changed a bit depending on the version of early access we've been in. But typically that is going to include things like this smoke billowing, by the way. Seems a lot more, I don't know, obvious, like dense. But things like not using a bonus action leveled spell and a main action level spell in the same turn, because in 5th edition you can't do that. If you cast a bonus action leveled spell like Healing Word, then you can cast a cantrip with your main action, but to use 2 leveled spells as a main action and a bonus action, not allowed. Also, I don't use fast travel apart from being at one of the teleporters to then go to camp. Otherwise, I just walk everywhere, which can lead to some difficulties, particularly if the party gets split up or if someone gets injured. It can be a difficult time. Classes can only cast spells that are on their spell list, so we're not going to have the wizard casting Healing Word or anything like that. If it's a Healing Word spell scroll, only the paladin or the cleric can cast it. We can hear noises up above, but I'm going to take this caustic bulb. Important to get as many resources as we can in these spaces. We'll take the elevator up. Do we have spell casting yet? Oh, my portrait did not like being on the elevator when that happened. Oh, it gives us a full table of what the modifiers are on stats now. That's interesting. We have our fire resistance from our race. Do we have a spell book? We do. Cantrips, actions, weapon actions. So we're not going to get class spellcasting until 2nd level, I guess. Possibly even 3rd level. I haven't played a paladin in a long time. Currently in my Solasta game, I'm playing a cleric and 3 monks working under her guidance. We do not have monk yet in this game, and this is the last main update, so we may not get monk at all until 1.0. Someone's having a terrible day.
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return.
Who am I talking to?
A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You know no creature like this. One that is more brain than person.
I'm a paladin. I think this is an unholy abomination. I shall destroy the brain. Can't be having creatures like that going around. And Mynarth here just having a terrible, terrible day. So yes, a bunch of stuff has changed in this edition of Early Access, and so I don't know how much of certain quest lines might be different, encounters might be different. They did say in the panel from Hell that some of the encounters would be harder to account for the party being able to reach level 5, so I'm going to try and not skip over too much stuff. I'm going to try and play it out as if it were kind of my first time playing to see what things happen. And here is Lae'zel.
This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. Imps block the path forward. You will assist me in destroying them. We must reach the helm before we transform.
Onward then.
First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. We will address the matter of a cure for this infection once we reach the
I still feel like the mouths look a lot more robotic than they used to in earlier patches, but maybe that's just me. So we've got some imps to deal with. Our first combat. The enemy starts surprised, which means they have the surprised condition. Yes, I said skip this, thanks. The enemies have the surprise condition, so they did not get to act on the initial round. And so now we are up. We're going to attack with ranged attacks because we cannot get in closer yet. And we rolled the lowest initiative, partly because we do not have an addition to our dexterity modifier. And so that means we do not get to add an additional number to our initiative roll. Right, these guys are no longer surprised, but they're attacking a tiefling with fire, which is not going to go great for them. Right, let's get close enough to attack them with our giant hammer. But we do have a shield equipped. I'm used to seeing it kind of right next to the weapon in Solasta, but we have Scale Mail Armor of Devotion, equipped by Leo. AC bonus, dexterity limited to 2, so we have no dexterity bonus. Hopefully, somewhere down the line, we will find some heavy armor that doesn't rely on a dexterity bonus in order to be... in order to give us a high AC. We do have our shield providing +2 though, which is lovely.
This is worth the cost.
Alright, with that fight done, there's a few things I just want to check in the main settings. So, for gameplay, first of all, I want to triple check Karmic Dice. Are you going to tell me what this is? No, I want Karmic Dice off. I want Measurement Imperial. I think that's most of what I want. Yep, that looks good to me. So Karmic Dice means there's basically weighted dice. So if you keep rolling terribly, eventually you'll be guaranteed a success or a critical hit or something similar. Whereas if that is off, you just get the natural die rolls as they come to you, which is what I want. And then the other option there was to have distances in feet rather than meters. That is just because I've played a lot of tabletop Dungeons and Dragons, and that is always done in feet and cubic feet and whatnot for those combats. That's what I'm used to seeing when we're talking about how far we can move or how far or the range of a weapon or a spell attack. So we absolutely can equip this light crossbow because we are a martial character. We have proficiency with all weapons. That child having a real bad time as the dragons come around and do their thing. Are we getting up? There we are. So, clearly hell, not an entirely pleasant place to be for a lot of these folks. Let's just leave them to their slow death. There was a lot of narrative stuff based around your oath and being a paladin in the Panel from Hell talk, but so far on that front, we haven't really seen much in the way of some kind of lord or patron giving us our holy powers as a paladin.
I think I'll go to bed early.
The mind flayers have already...
Right, that guy's having a terrible time. Leave them be. We did just pick up a different weapon. It was a battle axe. So this is 1d10 or 1d8 plus 3 slashing. And our warhammer is 4 to 11. Why are these numbers different? Is it two-handed? Four to 11 versatile, 1d10 or 1d8 plus 3. This is 4 to 13 damage, versatile, equipped to one hand. Okay, yeah. So we're seeing the one-handed version here and the two-handed version there. Alright, let's keep moving.
Best be on my way.
So as we progress with the campaign, if you guys ever have any questions about 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons or the variant of Dungeons and Dragons that you're seeing here for early access or anything else, you can always put those down, put those questions down below, and I will do my best to answer them. Even if you're coming to this video months later, I should still get notifications for new comments and stuff. Right.
Back! Touch nothing without knowing its purpose.
Well, a backpack's purpose is to hold valuables. Let's see what's going on here.
You! Get me out of this damn thing!
We have no time for stragglers.
Look for a
The
latch.
construction is too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
Right, let's go look around, see what we can find.
Next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
We are currently, for now, lawful good paladin, so we will do what we can to save this prisoner. Just because I, Gothic Lord, know the answer.
How many hosts of these get infected?
Right, so we go into turn-based mode here. It means that we can attack this at our own leisure. We missed! Cannot believe we missed. Right, we'll go with our longsword here. I'm sorry. Did we miss that as well? Did we just not attack it? I'm a little confused. Alright. There's an attack. It's attacking us. That's a solid one.
Still on my feet.
Now, if you're wondering about Paladin Smites,
Don't waste a step.
currently we do not have Paladin Smites because you need spell slots to cast Paladin Smites, and we do not currently have any spell slots.
For what?
So without those spell slots, we're not going to be doing very much for smiting, but that will come. They've also entirely overhauled the reaction system, which I'm so excited to play with. I much prefer the way they do it in Solasta, where you get to choose how you react to different things happening. And we now have a system much closer to that, but with lots of flexibility for those that don't want to be interrupted all the time.
Come on! Get me out of... No!
I need to deal with this thing.
The console. The console.
Place your hand on the console. Oh, that's new.
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. A parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
Will the pod open? What? And that one is still always a failure. But that's a success.
You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
That's new. At least I think it's new. Everyone, meet Shadowheart.
thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
You keep dangerous company.
Kind of what we need in a fight right now.
Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
That sounds great. I'm Leo.
Shadowheart. One moment.
That is the wrong direction for that thing to happen in that cutscene.
Finally. Let us make for the helm. We've wasted enough time already.
She's right. Lead on.
Alright then. Towards the helm. That way. So, Lae'zel is a fighter, Shadowheart a cleric. That is the wrong way. Too many doors. We're going this way. And so, Shadowheart will currently already have some spellcasting capabilities. Might be able to show off some of those here in a second.
We're nearing the helm. Hooper King.
These two are already best friends. Let's see what's going on in here, shall we? Well, that is a whole lot of unpleasantness. Did that guy get absolutely ripped in the abdomen? I feel like there's all kinds of fidelity updates in the graphics and stuff, and it's running very smoothly. I've had so many problems with fresh patches, but it seems to be running great so far.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Right, big fight time. Let's take this guy out. Massive damage.
Never a dull moment.
Are we going to be in reach for this? Yes, we are. These two continue their fisticuffs.
Got to press on.
Right, Shadowheart, we can take the dash action. That is going to double our walking distance for the turn. Now, Shadowheart and Lae'zel don't have full item bars and task bars yet because they're not formally in the party yet. The full recruitment scene will come later, down on the ground, away from the ship.
Still breathing, despite everything.
You're just out of reach there. Guess you are. Well, we have this crossbow. Not great with the crossbow, though. We do have +0 on our dexterity modifier, which is not going to help us. This guy has 4 HP left. We can probably do that in a cantrip. Very nice. Keep pushing forward.
If this ship hits the ground, we're dead.
My path be true.
So, if you don't know, cantrips are basic spells that are always available to us. They do not require spell slots or similar in order to be cast. So long as we have our action for our turn, we can typically cast a cantrip. Whereas spells will need spell slots or scrolls.
Survival is all that matters.
And they get refreshed on usually long rests for most classes.
These boots have seen
Oh,
everything.
grab that. And I want that void bulb. These two are just having a terrible time of that fight. Let's try for some spell casting, shall we? There's a guiding bolt. Lots of damage there.
Taking position.
There's another one of these boars. Let's go after the weaker thing, though. Excellent work. Right, I want that void bulb. Then we can dash over here.
Going.
So with the game coming out in August of 2023, I really have to start making some decisions about what kind of party I want to run when the game reaches 1.0. Because I imagine a campaign is going to be a lot of hours to play, which I'm not mad about, of course.
On the move.
But to then have to rotate through
Push my luck again.
characters and races and classes and all the rest of it
Dragons come.
is going to be a lot of choices and a lot of replay value, but a lot of decisions to make to get there.
Responder. You made it in time.
Good dragon. Nice dragon. Did this cinematic change? Alright, so we have managed to escape the Nautiloid. We will wake up on the beach in a few moments, provided it doesn't crash when we get to the beach, because that's been one of the major sticking points when trying to start new campaigns after new patches. But so far, wonderfully stable. I did make sure to upgrade my graphics card drivers and check Windows updates before the patch came out, so happy with the stability of everything so far. There's the sound of waves. Is the loading screen going to catch up with the sound of waves? Yes. And a quick shot of us on the beach before we see ourselves go through the cinematic where we land on the beach. There we are.
Health. I can't believe I'm in one piece.
It's gone incredibly well. So, there's an autosave. We have a quest. Remove the parasite. Seems simple enough. We've completed Escape the Nautiloid in the prologue. So, as is almost tradition at this point, I am going to stop things there, having escaped the Nautiloid. I'm going to put in an extra quick save just for my own state of mind. But please do join me each day as our adventure with Leo unfolds. And we will see what the Paladin has to offer, try and get to level 5. I do play with Ironman rules on, like self-imposed. So if we TPK down the line, that will be the end of the party. We'll have to start up a new save. But for now, thank you ever so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, you can put those down below. Please subscribe for more if you want to see it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.